This was Friday in central Phoenix.
We did have a report of a subject inside the school that fired shots.
Phoenix police and fire swarming Central High School.
Anybody hurt in here?
No, we're concerned.
4 schools locked down.
We're searching every single room, every single building to ensure the safety of everybody involved.
And your parents are scared, your family's scared.
The threat of school shootings has become a sad and scary reality across the country.
There was no hesitation. We trained for this. We prepared for this.
It turned out that this was a false alarm, but we found that officials at districts across Arizona are worried that their schools may not have all of the tools they need to respond to the real thing. These school violence prevention grant applications submitted by school districts from every corner of Arizona indicate many schools have outdated emergency communication systems. Some can't afford security guards. West Phoenix's Cartwright School District applied for a grant last year. In the application, district officials state students and faculty regularly hear gunshots while in class. From 2017 to present, there have been 7 incidents of student firearm possession on school property. The district was asking for $500,000 funding for a new emergency communication system with speakers, messaging display screens, and panic buttons.
Shots fired! Get inside!
School safety is taking on new urgency after a lone gunman barricaded himself in an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas in May and murdered 19 children and 2 teachers.
It was a wake-up call to us that this type of thing can happen anywhere.
Apache Junction Police Chief Mike Pooley says his department had already planned a series of active shooter drills for summer before the tragedy in Texas made headlines.
Hey, hands up! Hands up!
We want it to be as real life as possible, with kids screaming, with loud noises.
This drill took place in a school with actors playing roles as victims. Pooley says it's vitally important that departments like his in smaller communities be prepared.
It is an eye-opener, especially in places that you've never heard of, school districts that you would never think something like this would happen. These aren't big cities, these are outskirts, small towns where these things are happening.
According to the organization Everytown for Gun Safety, there were 202 incidents of gunfire on school grounds across the U.S. last year, a trend that appears to be increasing. These school violence prevention grant applications submitted by other Arizona schools indicate funds for security are still needed. Tempe Unified reported staff members have major concerns about the ability to lock down their classrooms in the event of an emergency or threat. They asked for $490,000. Tucson Unified reported its antiquated radio system does not allow staff to adequately communicate between dispatch and officers in the field. They asked for $393,000. A rural district in Yavapai County asked for funding for 5 security guards.
The most lethal, nice guy you will ever meet.
That is how security consultant and trainer Carl De La Guerra describes the ideal school security guard or school resource officer. He says those positions need more attention because they could stop a school shooter at the door before any students get injured or killed.
A police officer going to the scene, I won't call it a luxury, but has that opportunity to be able to play that what-if game as they're responding. To the frontline responders, that looks like a luxury because that frontline responder is the one facing that shooter as soon as they walk in the door.